Namaste, everyone. See, there is nothing like studying Vivekananda. It's really like a fire moving through your veins. If you study him, I'm telling you, your brain will remain clear of all clutter, and your energy will be in full bloom, and the mind will be fresh and pure always. That is the power of Vivekananda. And even if we are exposed to a few ideas, especially see you are young people, I'm so glad that you feel so much for this, that you are all present at this lecture series. It is so very important at this age to develop an idealistic view of life. So even a little bit of study of Vivekananda will give you that, it will put you above the mediocre, above the rest, because this is the power of spirituality, your own real nature. That power is being brought out, and you will be successful anywhere, because if you have a clear mind, that is the greatest thing for success. So I am working across so many institutions, not because actually I went into it, but because so many institutions are asking for these thoughts, and in a completely scientific paradigm. You just heard a whole lot of IITs are interested in this. We are offering courses across these institutions, and the books for the courses are also now available on Amazon. You can go in for that if you want. Science of Happiness is a coursework which is available on Amazon. So the whole idea is to bring these thoughts into the mainstream academia, so that youngsters like you can remain inspired by high thoughts, high literature, and don't give in to silly emotions, all kinds of things which today's media exposes you to, and don't drain away your energies. If at this age you develop this kind of an orientation, I think that will be the greatest blessing of your life. So today we are going to discuss personality development. And this is a very important topic for young people. See, this is the time when your personality is forming, and tomorrow, using this personality in this world, you will achieve a lot. But then you must have very clear ideas about who you are, what your personality is about. So here again, we will go into what Vivekananda says. See, in the general world outside, personality means this body-mind complex. This is all they understand by personality. This body and this mind together make my personality. But your own spiritual heritage, Vedant, will tell you, body and mind are your instruments. They are not just your you. They are instruments in your hands, as it were. You are the soul. You are the Atman functioning through a body-mind complex. So you must take care of the body and mind. Let them achieve full development. Let them achieve proper orientation towards the goals of your life. But you must always remember this like a background thought, that in my real nature, I am the immortal soul functioning through this body-mind complex. This, gives enormous strength in all kinds of situations in life. You may be still too young to understand this, but I'm telling you, whenever you are faced with delicate situations, problems, all kinds of anxiety, stress, and tomorrow in the workplace, so many challenges, you will see situations, any kind of situation you can handle if you know somewhere there is a deep stillness within you, a quietness, and you are actually functioning through this body-mind complex from there. This is such a relief, such a boost for your energies. So our model of personality development, the Vedantic model of personality development, is a little different from what is understood by personality in Western philosophies. It's not just body and mind. You are functioning through a body-mind complex. You, the Atman, pure awareness, functioning through a body-mind complex. So this, even if it is at present just a background idea, it will strengthen you from within. A kind of moral capacity. You know very well that life is not just about satisfying the body and mind. This kind of an orientation naturally comes into your life due to your self-identity. So it may be an intellectual concept in our mind just now, but it is a concept about the truth. So it matters. And the first principle I would say of your for your personality development is goal orientation. Once you understand that human life is precious, you are a soul coming into this earth for a definite great achievement, and you will not simply give in to all sorts of emotions and rubbish, but you will have a great life in front of you. Then you will orient your body and mind naturally towards the great goals of your life. See, this lack of goal orientation is what drives young people astray. Even in these IITs, even the suicide rates are so high for this simple reason. Your concept of yourself is first of all not clear, and your goals are not clear. There are what are called temporary goals, and there is a permanent goal to your life. There is a short term goal and there is a long term goal. The long term goal of any human life is always spiritual. If you don't recognize yourself as spirit, you will never become sensitive to this goal. But the short term goals of your life are, as students, immediately it will be to get a good job, to earn well for your family, and then to establish yourself well in this world. Yes, these are all covetable goals of your life. So have this kind of a broad range view, a wide range angle vision, I would say, where you understand what are your immediate goals, short term goals which will establish you well, you and your family in this world, and the long term goal of complete fulfillment of human life, which turns out to be a spiritual goal. Not that we are inventing a spiritual goal. Human life attains fulfillment after its survival needs are met only in spirituality. And that is why that becomes the ultimate goal of life. So, this is how, in our scriptures, in our spiritual heritage, the human life has been described, that there are four goals: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Moksha is always the ultimate goal. And dharma, artha, and kam are to be attained here through your education, through your goal orientation, through taking your body and mind into your hands, through being able to direct your thoughts towards your goals constantly. And if you keep your goals shining and like a lighthouse in front of you, naturally your energies will move towards that. It is only our ability not to conceive of the goal that makes us go into all kinds of paths in life. So goal orientation, that is why for young people it is a very important thing. Always, what in the next 5 years, what do I want to achieve? This is what I want to do. Even if your goal is to see, don't feel shy of wanting a goal like a six-figure salary. For a young person, it is important because you are going to support families, you are going to have your own family tomorrow. It is important to earn money, and it is important for the nation. Then after that, but you should be able to conceive that after this what, and then your short term and long term goals will be clear to you. So this is the first thing I would say about goal orientation. I can go into some stories here, but I can see you are a group of very concentrated people. You don't require stories to illustrate points, isn't it? Make these few things clear in your mind, that I will achieve my goal. I will achieve my goals in life. I will understand the sheer glory and the importance of this life. Remember, remember, human life is very, very precious. Every minute is precious in your life. So make sure you are always oriented towards what you want to achieve in life. If you are like this, your energies will remain in your hands. Otherwise, बहुत सारे ऐसे बच्चों को I see in IIT, they have entered into engineering streams, but they are wanting to get out of it because goal orientation is not there. So this is the first thing I will tell you about goal orientation. Complete mentally complete the picture of your immediate goals, short-term goals, and your long-term goal. इसी के लिए, for this reason only, you require Vivekananda. Okay, this is Mangalore University, so ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದು. I don't have to keep talking Hindi. So it is important to conceive of the goal. ನಿಮ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. See, if you can do this, what is my short-term goal and what is my long-term goal, it will generate a lot of energy around that. Because, you know, your thoughts produce your energy. So what kind of thoughts are you thinking? That is why what your thoughts have made you. So take care of what you think. You are verily what your thoughts have made you. So take care of what you think. What you will repeatedly think, you will become that. You know, this is a law. This is the law of positive thinking. There is a small video on YouTube. It is called The Miracle of Positive Thinking. Please watch that video when you are free. Miracle of Positive Thinking. There I have given you the principles of positive thinking. Just through your thought process, you can attain anything you want in life. If you have given it sufficient thought, you have given it sufficient vitality, vital energy. So it will become a reality in your life. So the very first principle of positive thinking is what you will repeatedly think, you will become that. You will realize that. Then you can be sure you give it sufficient thought, it will become real. It will materialize in your life. It will become reality for you. You remember this story of Sri Ramakrishna? It is there in Kathamrit. Even Swami Vivekananda used to quote this story. See, there was a woodcutter who went to a forest, and there he was his job was to cut a lot of wood. In those days, you know, they did not have so many such meager green cover, so they would cut a lot of wood and bring it to their villages and sell. So he would every day go there and do that. One day he felt very tired and lay down under a tree. A huge tree was there. He lay down under the tree, and suddenly he started thinking, oh, this ground is so hard. I wish it was little soft. I could rest my back, it is aching. And then suddenly he saw a couch came up there, you know, soft bed. It just came up. So he thought, what miracle is this? Idi elinda bantu, heg bantu, and what do I do now? Then he thought, I just thought and this happened. If only there was some good food now around me. I'm so hungry and tired. And immediately, you know, a whole array of very good dishes and everything that he would want, that came automatically around him. Then he asked for drink, and so many types of juices and wines and all sorts of drinks got arranged around him. Then he thought, oh, if somebody pressed my aching legs, and a whole lot of servants came and started pressing his legs. Then he realized that, you know, something miraculous is going on here. This is a very special place. He did not know he was sitting under a kalpavriksha. You know, kalpavriksha, it is the wish fulfilling tree. Whatever you sit under and think under that tree and you think, that will materialize. But then suddenly he thought, oh my God, whatever I think is coming true. What if a tiger comes here now? Then what will I do? It's a forest. And a tiger came there and pounced on him, and it seems it ate him up. Now this kalpavriksha tree under which he was sitting, Sri Ramakrishna says, that is your mind. That is your mind. Whatever you will think, it will materialize. Conscious thought process, you know, that is the culmination of our cognitive development. If you have studied cognitive psychology, you will understand, after eons and eons of evolution, today we have this tremendous cognitive capacity of the human brain, that our thought can be so refined, so clear, so absolute, pointed, that you can achieve anything. It is like a weapon. You can achieve anything through that thought process. But if you waste that thought on this silly, stupid multimedia thing which constantly is falling on you, it is sheer waste of human energy, I am telling you. Lift yourself from that and bring conscious, noble thoughts into your minds, great goals into your minds day and night, and you will achieve them. It is the energy that you provide to them that materializes. That is why Vivekananda said, take care of what you think. Because you are verily what your thoughts have made you. So take care of what you think. What you repeatedly think, you will become. See, very important law. How much of conscious thought you provided to anything, that to that extent you will be successful in that thing. Even though in your studies, you apply this and see. Tomorrow in your workplace, you will see the same thing is true. In your relationships, you will see the same thing is true. In your family, the same thing is true. Where you have invested thought, there things start working. So conscious thought process, it requires orientation, it requires commitment, it requires training. Otherwise, somehow thinking, hazy thinking, not clear about anything, some stupid goal you run after because somebody told you, or you are not at all clear about the goals of your life. Don't waste your life like this. Vivekananda used to say, your life is in your hands. And through your thought process, you will create a great life for yourself. What you repeatedly think, you will verily become. That is why so important. You see, this Vivekananda study circle of Bangalore University, it is, I'm telling you, it will really save the atmosphere of the university. For the simple reason, it is so important to direct your thoughts along right lines at this age. They are asking us to create such courses across universities in India now. You know, every day I'm working with universities, and I regularly work with IIT Delhi and SSU in Cuttack. And there's another university coming up here, Rishihood. They also want these things. Like this, so many are asking for this. For this reason alone, human energy, especially this youthful energy, has to be directed in a particular way for productive, good work to happen, for your own life to become great and ennobled. And don't waste it. The kind of, today it's frightening, the kind of exposures you get. And there are also, you know, there are in the US, there are internet de-addiction centers. So why go into such meaningless problems? It is so very important to guide your thought process and repeated positive thinking. See, in this COVID pandemic, I hope you have not done the mistake. That's why we released that video of constantly brooding over something negative. If you can change the situation, go ahead and do it. If you can't, stop your negative thinking and learn to think positively. Now, Russia-Ukraine war is going on. Don't sit in your home and don't do all this. Can you change the situation? No, sitting in Bangalore, you can't change the situation. So better pray and think positive. Do something productive and positive and efficient. And don't dwell on negativity. Now, yeshtu negative thinking martivi, now you don't know, your life will move in that direction. Now, worry, anxiety, fear, all this will come naturally with negative thinking. So your life starts backsliding. After some time, you understand, you gave it power. See, your mind has this capacity. It will not judge between the quality of your thought. Wherever you invested energy, that will materialize. So even if you don't want something to happen, you gave it so much thought out of fear and worry, it can happen. So learn the art of positive thinking. Every day, ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ affirmative meditations. There is a name for this. Every day, learn to think positively. How blessed I am in this life. I am receiving a good education. I have such a good family background. I have full support of my family. I am in full charge of my body-mind complex. I am blessed. If you learn to think like this, and then I can do anything and everything. All power is within me. Vivekananda says this so many times. All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Because I function through this body-mind complex. I will achieve my goals in life. I will dedicate my life to higher causes. And I will achieve them. There is no defeat for me. There are only lessons in life. There is no defeat. And I can do anything and everything. Because all power is within me. The very source of power is within me. These are called affirmative meditations. If you yeshtu ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ siddhi sigute. And morning edbittu, instead of brooding over why Russia is attacking Ukraine, you please do these affirmative meditations. By that, what will happen? Your own mind will develop towards your goals, and you will be able to contribute positively to the society and to the world at large. If you don't condition yourself like this, the media will carry away your thought process every day. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾಕಾಯ್ತು ನಾನು ಈ ತರ ಯೋಚಿಸಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಯು ಡಿಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ ವರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಿಯರ್. ನಿಮ್ಗದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯು ಡಿಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ಗೋಲ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ವೈಟಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅನ್ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ಲಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಈ ಲಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ? ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಚೀವ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ದಟ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊರೋಲರೀಸ್ ಇದೆ ಈ ಲಾಗೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ಲಿ ಫೀಲ್, feeling also is thought with emotion, is called feeling. So what you repeatedly feel, that you will experience. ಇದು ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ ನಿಮ್ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡಿ. What you repeatedly feel, in some form you will keep experiencing that, and in a big way you will experience it. The more you start feeling those same emotions, the more that experience becomes real to you, because your consciousness got focused on that. So your feeling and thought process, and feeling is also a thought only, thought with emotion is called feeling. This should be consciously directed. This should be consciously directed. There are questions coming in, but let us take that up later. Now just focus on these principles of positive thinking. See, your thought and feeling, if they are consciously directed, you will achieve your goals. And every day you will refresh yourself, renew yourself. Otherwise, that same brooding, that same negativity, it will build up like stress, then frustration, then depression. This is the sequence. So idu ನೀವು completely avoid ಮಾಡಬಹುದು just by following these principles of positive thinking. What I think repeatedly, I will become. What I feel repeatedly, I will experience in my life. So my thought and my feeling, I have to be very careful. Most important and powerful weapons are not those war machines, not those bombs. They are your thought process. Idu ನೀವು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ, you can be sure you will lead a very mediocre life. If you consciously train these things, just follow these principles through training, affirmative meditation and ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ad ಮಾಡಿ throughout the day, maintain that positive mindset. You will see in a week's time you will become a real powerful personality who can achieve anything in life just through your thought process. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಾನದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಅದು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ನನ್ಗೆ ಆ ತರಾನೇ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ನಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. Don't use that kind of language. Don't do it. As a young person, you don't know the glory of youth. You can do anything and everything now. Just put your entire thought mechanism into that, and you will see this is it perfectly. Any goal of your life, whether you are on the way to become a doctor, teacher, scientist, yenadru madi, but adu perfect, do it perfectly and contribute greatly to society through that. This will enrich your life. Vivekananda expected this from you, isn't it? My hope is in the next young generation. Swamiji ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, out of that them will come my workers, my lions, he would say. So complete dedication to your duty, whatever you take up, and this goal orientation, seeing the big picture, handling body mind complex and thought process especially in a mature conscious manner, this will ensure your success anywhere. It is more powerful than anything in your hands. It is the actual weapon in your hands to change your life. Remember this, your thoughts, your life will follow your thoughts, and your thoughts do not follow your life. ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಅನ್ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೋ ಲೈಫ್ ಲೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು, ಏನೋ ಒಂದ್ ಚಿಂತೆ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್, there's no meaning to that kind of thinking. Your life will follow your thought. This is the equation. So first is the ability to think clearly, powerfully, committedly, with your entire vitality in your hands again and again. That is why never leave this Vivekananda literature. Chick pustagalive, small books on personality development, mind control, idella itkolli nim maneyalli. Whenever you feel a little down, you feel distracted, you take up one and read one powerful nugget of wisdom. Idu ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, this positive thinking will become part of your life. Third principle of positive thinking is what you repeatedly imagine that you will create. You know, ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಸರಿನಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ, has it worked or not? What you have repeatedly imagined, that you will actually create. So your imagination, don't waste it on all sorts of things. Let your imagination be towards your goals. You should dream big. You know, Dr. Abdul Kalam, he used to say, a small aim is a crime. You dream big for yourself and your country. And value-based youth force is the game changer in any country. And with a spiritual heritage like you have, what values do you lack? I'm asking you. With personalities like Vivekananda behind you, what do you lack? So you must not fail in this. Always think big, aim high, and remember these principles of positive thinking. Any situation in your life, you will overcome and move towards what is better and better through these principles of positive thinking. So what did I tell you? What you repeatedly think, you will become. What you repeatedly feel, you will experience. You will learn to manifest that, because you start experiencing it in your life. It will become real to you. And what you repeatedly imagine, that you will create. See how simple it is. It only means you must take charge of your thought process. Conscious thought is the key to great achievement. That is why Vivekananda said, have faith in yourself. Your mind can work magic for you. If you have faith in all the gods, we have so many gods, no? You have faith in all of them, but you are not sure about yourself. ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ದೇವರೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆ ತರ ಒಂದು ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, really I am telling you, you won't even have true worship of God. First, you should become somebody to be able to worship God, isn't it? The very principle of worship is Devam Bhutva Devam Yajet. You become godly to worship God. So first bring this faith into yourself. I can do anything and everything because I am the soul, I am the Atman, I am a spark of divinity functioning through this body-mind complex. And if I have my thought process in my hands, by understanding these principles of thinking, then you can achieve anything in life. Never doubt this. ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೇನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Only thing is, nobody points this out. See, this is essential part of education. You must remember. Don't think one special course ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಯಾರು ಬೇಕೋ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. No. Whether you are engineering students, medical students, or management, business, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ, whatever you are studying, you must know these principles because they are life changers, life-changing principles. And it is your mind. Please remember, don't make it a dustbin. Keep it clear, keep it pure, and bring this positive thinking into it. Today you have all kinds of exposures. Adike, this kind of a, understanding the present scenario. This is what I would say on personality development, that It is not something that you must believe. It is a fact that you are meant to achieve great things. And all that is required for that is your mind should function in a particular way. Mind not functioning properly towards your goals is what is called disaster. There are no disasters outside. War is not the ultimate disaster, you should remember, but your mind and your intelligence turning against yourself is the ultimate disaster. So, for your intelligence to function like that, you must train it. Every day, affirmative meditations, practice them. Vivekananda literature, if you take up constantly, Swamiji has spoken about this, isn't it? One kade Swamiji helidare, you see how beautiful the words are. He says, call upon the sleeping soul and see how it awakens. Power will come, glory will come, goodness will come, purity will come. All that is excellent will come once the soul is aroused to self-conscious activity. Which means when a Atmabal, now and then the inner soul has awakened to the sheer glory of human life, you will become more and more conscious from within. So you are able to direct your thought process very well, and you will get all of this power, glory, goodness, everything will come into your life naturally. So awaken this soul power. Your concept of yourself should be with, see, this is unique Indian model of personality development, you should remember. Because if you go to the West, then you will understand this. Ali persona itself means a mask. Greek actors used to function through masks. Those days, when the stage used to be there, they had to, now if that actor is a king, he has to function like king. So he wears mask of king and he speaks. So king is speaking. Then he has to become, queen has to speak. So he puts down that mask and puts queen's mask. Now queen is speaking. Athara avaru acting ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು in those times. So that mask was called persona. This body-mind complex, that is also a mask you are wearing. Don't think you are only wearing that COVID mask. This body-mind itself is like a mask. To whom? To you, the soul. You are wearing this mask, you are functioning through it. See, your mind has so many identities. Have you seen this? Today, as students, it is so much more will build up. Today, the identity is restricted to, well, family background and whatever you are achieving just now. Tomorrow, it will be so huge. This qualification, that qualification, these degrees, that award, that in your CEOs of this company. So such huge identities you will have. But you should know they are all masks. ಇವಾಗ ಮಾಸ್ಕ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇಡೋ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, so that you are originally yourself, isn't it? A COVID mask, if it sticks to your face, how it will be? Atarane, if you are not able to put down your identities and just be who you are, pure awareness, pure being, the soul, then you will mess up with so many things. See, you may be boss in your workplace, but in your home, can you be boss? Somebody else is boss there. Isn't it? So you can't wear the same mask in all places. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇಡೋ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. So your identities, remember, are always variables, changeables. But your being, the core of your personality, the Atman, that is an invariable. It is always the same. You are the immortal soul of the nature of pure awareness, which is immutable, which does not change, which is without even attributes. It is pure luminosity, pure consciousness. This is your real nature. It is the source of all power, all vitality, all strength. So, other jate ನೀವು connection itre, you will remain stable in life. Otherwise, constantly, somebody said something, somebody thought something about me, or the workplace I got banged. All that doesn't matter. inner stability only comes when you are rooted. Idu Bhagavad Gita eshtu sati bandide idu, that you must be rooted in the self. Ide avaru ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. And you must have a deeply conscious mind, well directed thought process. Ishtu idre your success is ensured whatever you take up. See, the method is very simple. ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ it will everything depends on that. The values which Vivekananda has given us, purity, then dutifulness, shraddha, respect, and ability to give service mindedness, seva bhav, all these values will naturally enter your lives if you learn to live like this. When your sense of self identity is clear, when your mind is deeply conscious, not stupidly identified with this and that, deeply conscious from within, you will become the home of values. Naturally, sattvic orientation banbidutte life alli. So youth is the time when you should not miss this great opportunity. You will really live well. A conscious life is an intelligent life. It is a life worth living. This is the time you should be sparkling with intelligence and not stupidly conditioned with some silly thought process which is carrying you somewhere. So, uddhared atmana atmanam. Raise yourself by yourself. Youth means like that. So totally goal oriented. See, some people I have seen like this. In today's universities also, they are there. Absolutely focused. One pointed. Atara, maintain yourself for a few years. You know about how your life will change. For this practical tip I will give you, very important to keep association with good company and Vivekananda literature. Company matters a lot. After the age of 15, 16, your friends matter more than your family for you. Their opinions matter more, I mean. So take care of the company you keep and what you are exposed to. The literature you read, the sense intake from the multimedia, all this will affect your thought process. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾಂದೋಗ್ಯ ಉಪನಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಆಹಾರ ಶುದ್ಧೋ ಸತ್ವ ಶುದ್ಧಿ. ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಹಾರ ತಗೋತಿರೋ ಆ ತರ ನಿಮ್ ಸತ್ವ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಹಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ. ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಹಾರ. What you see is ahar, because it is going in and nourishing your mind or debilitating your mind. So whether you are having nutritious food or junk food, ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಹಾರ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಚೆಕ್ ಇಡಿ. And if you take only sattvic ahar from all your senses, the mind will remain sattvic. These simple principles of good living, we are not able to put into practice because the lack is in the educational process. This should be part of mainstream education, adake, how to handle your mind and the principles of thought. But we conveniently ignore this to our own. That's why we are moving like this, you see, towards war, towards collision, towards all kinds of problems. You must achieve this in youth and your life is made. I'm telling you, it will be a wonderful experience of life if your mind starts functioning like this. So keep in touch with practical tips, keep in touch with Vivekananda literature and remain in good company. Every day some form of yoga and self-affirmation meditations and good exposures. YouTube ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ lectures ಇದೆ, ಅಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನೀವು focus ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ that will become part of your mind. And deliberately keeping away from all this tamasic things that can overpower your mind. See, life is always a struggle. You will be successful depending on what you choose in life. So choose right. Once you get taste for these things, you will naturally it will become your part and parcel. This is the way to personality development.